On this episode of the pod, we have Maria Popova. Maria is a renowned creative producer in the luxury sector, having worked with prestigious brands such as Chanel, Gucci, and more. Her expertise lies in production, creative direction, and project management, consistently delivering innovative and premium content. With a passion for merging fashion and technology, Maria has carved a niche as a trailblazer in the fashion tech entrepreneurship space. She's constantly pushing boundaries of luxury content and experiences.
Thank you so much, Ritika. I'm so excited. Thank you for
How's
having
the
me.
holiday season treating you?
It's great. I actually got something small for you just because it's holiday season and it's a little present from Maria.
Thank you so much. I absolutely love your jewelry and I've been stalking you on Instagram.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, guilty of that. And that's how I got to know about your amazing journey. But I think the viewers would like to hear from you that, where you started and where you are today.
Yeah, of course. It was quite a wild ride, but let's recap, I guess. Yeah. So I started working in media actually when I was 13, very early on. I started writing for newspapers and doing radio. It was always my passion to write, film, anything, any kind of media. And I went on to study at Boston University. I studied journalism, actually double major journalism and business. And I was doing a lot of things there. I was writing for magazines, newspapers. I was a producer at a TV station, like a local university TV station. And then I moved to Dubai. And in Dubai, I started my career in fashion, in fashion media, fashion journalism, starting with Harper's Bazaar Arabia as an editorial producer. And then later I joined Savoir Flair, my favorite magazine.
Ooh, my favorite too. I think after Emily in Paris.
Yes, exactly. That was quite funny. But yeah, it was the most amazing role. I was head of production. So my job was essentially to produce amazing content for all our favorite brands, from Chanel and Dior to Hermes. So that was quite an amazing, exciting career. And I loved my team. I still love them so much.
Superb. So, the journey so far sounds very empowering. But what is it one life lesson that you carry with you in all the decisions you make these days?
So many lessons every single day. But I guess one would be you'll never be ready. So start before you're ready. Because there will never, ever be a time when you feel like I'm totally prepared.
100% ready,
I know everything. So exactly my transition from my career in fashion to my own entrepreneurship journey was, of course, I didn't feel ready.
That's fabulous. Now you have, I think, 2 companies that do multiple things. So tell me everything about it. How do you manage so much?
Yes, so when I left my job, and I left because I felt like this is a time for me to build something of my own and start this journey. I always dreamed about becoming an entrepreneur. Again, of course, I didn't feel ready, but I started anyway. So I opened, with my partner, Luca, we opened Shiny NFT. So today it's an agency that helps develop any projects in Web3.
Oh, lovely.
And we're super excited about all the amazing projects and companies we're working with. And it was quite a ride. So I'm 1 foot into Web3. And then I have a fashion company, Maria Jewelry, where we have our amazing accessories, jewelry brand, and we also have wardrobe, which is currently we're reinventing our direction, but it's a sustainable fashion company. So yeah, doing a lot of businesses.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, in this whole thing, can you share an instance that turned into a challenge? Because I'm sure running 3 companies come with their own set of challenges. But what was the most difficult thing? Probably, you started very young. So was that a hindrance at some point?
Honestly, not that, for sure. Actually, I tell my friends all the time that I don't have regrets in life, but if I would look back and change something, I would want to start even earlier. Because I have a lot of entrepreneur friends and people who started when they were like 17, 18. Some of them didn't even go to university, but started their first venture. And now they're light years ahead.
Yeah, because all your mistakes are done when you're much younger, right?
Because you're going to make them no matter what. You're going to make those mistakes. So it's better to start early if that's what you're into.
I completely agree. It's the same for me, I every day I wish I had started earlier. But because my first startup actually failed. And I keep telling people that failure is definitely a stepping stone, because
100%.
You learn from all your mistakes and then you go on to build something which is viable, more sustainable, and I think that those kind of challenges make us who we are, right?
Exactly. And I think this is a widespread data. I don't know the exact number, but I think something like 90% of first startups fail.
Yeah.
And I know that with Shiny, so we went actually with so many different iterations of this company. At first we launched, we were trying to, our competition was essentially Nifty Gateway and Super Rare. So we wanted to be a digital gallery, a marketplace. It didn't work out. We had to pivot. We pivoted many times until we found a solution that worked. And that's just the reality of business.
Absolutely.
You constantly pivot, you constantly change. Even if something is working, it might stop working at any given moment. So you constantly reinvent your company and yourself.
Right. And Maria, I've been through your Instagram profile and I feel you're a strong believer of like personal branding. What are your thoughts on that?
Oof, it's another thing that start before you're ready to start as early as possible, because your personal brand in today's day and age of social media, and we live so much in this digital space, it's a powerful tool and it's your biggest asset really, because no matter what business you're doing, no matter what job you're starting, your personal brand is always your stepping stone, your foundation of everything. So I really try. And the problem for me was that for years, especially with my career, it was very busy. I was giving 110%, working day and night and the weekends, and same with my businesses, of course. It would always be last on my to-do list, like my last priority, because work has to get done. There are projects, there are deadlines, there are employees to manage, and my personal, for example, to create a reel or create my story. So it would be only if I have energy left. But now I realize that this is not the last on the to-do list. This has to be number one, actually.
Absolutely. That's such a great viewpoint. Let's make this conversation a little fun, and I'm going to ask you like some rapid fire questions. You'll have to pick some. Are you ready?
Sure, always.
What's your go-to fashion piece when you want to feel confident?
My Margiela jeans and a crop top.
One jewelry item you never leave your house without?
My Maria ring and my engagement ring.
Oh, yes, you're engaged to your love. High heels or comfy sneakers?
High heels.
Favorite fashion trend of all time?
I'm in love with the pop of red right now, but of all time, maybe it's fitted jackets, blazers.
Statement earrings or a statement neck piece?
Statement earrings.
If you had to wear one color for the rest of your life, what would?
It would be white.
White?
Yeah.
Oh. Who's your fashion icon and why?
My fashion icon is... Oof, that's really tough.
To choose one, right?
It's tough to choose. Well, it's a rapid fire, so I need to answer
rapidly.
rapidly. I love Grace Kelly, just simple, simple chic.
Perfect. Favorite fashion designer or brand?
Favorite brand is, I love the Attico, Loewe, Jacquemus.
Vintage or modern fashion style?
A mix of both.
And you do that really well.
I love that.
Yeah. Your guilty pleasure fashion accessory?
My guilty pleasure, it would be... Well, nothing is guilty in fashion. Everything is amazing and creative, and I don't feel guilty about anything. I guess an item that I wore way too much and I just can't is my pearl choker from Maria.
It's classic, right?
I know that I'm in it in every single picture, but I just love it. I can't take it off.
Top makeup essential you can't live without?
Makeup essential, it would be my liquid blush.
You would rather be overdressed or underdressed at an event?
Underdressed.
Your
That's
favorite
not
jewelry?
the case usually, to be honest.
Your favorite jewelry, metal, gold, silver or rose gold?
I love mixing the three.
Okay, what's your opinion on sustainable fashion? You can go a little longer with this one because, you are in that space.
Yeah, I think it's no longer a choice. That's a necessity. It's something that every brand absolutely has to adopt. It's no longer, I know a lot of brands unfortunately use it as a, as a buzzword and as a selling point, but it's not an achievement and accomplishment. It's a must because
I absolutely agree to
having our planet in mind, we need to all adopt more sustainable practices. And it's actually not so difficult to start with something, know, from not buying something just for one event. That's actually a big no for me. So even when I was shopping, for example, for my official wedding, when I was like signing the papers in court, the biggest goal for me was to buy something that I'll reuse a lot. And I'm actually so happy I made all the right choices.
I remember it's a jacket, right? With
Yes,
yes. It's fabulous.
And I wore it
even
so
for me,
much.
I keep repeating my clothes and I don't feel ashamed about it anymore. But back in the day, I wasn't like that. But, we're moving to move towards more conscious choices, and that's amazing.
Exactly, and it's about creativity, to upcycle, I even recently raided my mom's closet. I got 2 amazing pairs of boots from her, and I'm trying to style them. So you can get so creative with this.
Exactly, there's so much we can do. So I'm going to wrap this up because it's been so interesting and we can keep going on. But I want to wrap this up with one parting note that you would like to give the viewers on business, life, fashion, anything you feel like.
Well, start before you're ready. And another thought would be, and I guess it's another obstacle that I went through and many people go through. You always feel so exposed when you try something new. When you open a business, all eyes are on you. Ex-colleagues, your family, friends, everyone's watching you, and it's so scary because there's always a chance it's not going to work out. Actually, most likely, you'll fail on your first few tries, and that's normal. That's a part of the journey. But go for it anyway. It doesn't matter what everyone thinks, because in the end of the day, no one will remember, no one will care, but you can either start and be brave and start something and not be afraid of this judgment, comments, whatever, or you can, it can be one day or day one, basically. Make it day one.
Wow. That's such a refreshing point of view because, as you rightly said, most people are scared of failures, and they shouldn't be, because you should just go for it.
Every person you admire, I promise you, failed so many. We just don't know about it because we only see the final result. But every successful entrepreneur, designer, any amazing accomplished person, there's like a huge list of failures before the first success.
Subscribe now and join us on this beautiful journey.